Welcome to How to Track PPP Loan Expenses for Self-Employed Individuals. My name is Matt Hultquist. I'm with the Hultquist firm, a full-service CPA firm, and I also run the Quickbooks University. And so I wanted to introduce you to this template. Now, first things first, this is for use with sole proprietors or independent contractors. Now, some people will say I'm a single member LLC or call it something else. That's the same thing as a sole proprietor, independent contractor. Basically, you file what's called a Schedule C on your Form 1040. So this template is for use with that. Now, a couple things I want to go through. This replaces a previous template I did. If you look at my YouTube channel, I've got another video for sole proprietors. This replaces that template. And I've added a few things. They've come out with some new rules. And so I wanted to walk through how to use this template. Okay, so first things first, when you open up the template, there's a couple things you need to do. First of all, you're going to put in anything in these yellow highlighted cells. You're going to go ahead and enter information. And if you see a red arrow, that's going to tell you a little bit more information about that box and what you need to input. All right. Now, you can use this template whether you have employees or not. All right. So as a sole proprietor, you are not considered an employee. So if it's just you, you can still use this template. Or if you have employees that you pay a W-2 wage, you can also use this template. So I want to show you how this works. Okay. All right, so you're going to put in the PPP loan amount that you got, and you're going to put in the date you got the PPP money. So this was the date it was put into your bank account. Now, it's going to calculate your 8-week date, all right here. And then down here, you can choose, there is a drop-down box. You choose yes or no. Are you electing the alternate payroll covered period? All right, so basically what this means, the SBA came out with their PPP loan forgiveness application. And in there, they talk about how you can choose this alternate payroll covered period. So this is an 8-week period that starts on the first day of the first payroll period after you get your money. All right. So it can be a little bit confusing, but basically if you choose this, you're going to want to put in a date that says the date of the first day of the first pay period after you got your money. All right. So in this case, I've got 4/18 when you get the money. First day of the first pay period after that, 4/26 calculates this new date. Okay. So you can measure your 8-week period to this date instead of the June 12th. Okay, now next you want to put in what is your 2019 Schedule C net profit. That's on line 31 of Schedule C on your Form 1040 for 2019. Now the reason you want to enter this is because as a sole proprietor, 8/52 of this amount is automatically forgiven. Okay? So that means that as a sole proprietor, there is an automatic forgiveness feature to where you're going to get this 8/52 automatically forgiven as payback for this PPP loan when it comes to the forgiveness provisions. Okay, so you want to put that in there. Make sure you put it in, and I'll show you over here kind of how this all plays into this. Next thing, did you have employees? You want to answer this question. Now, again, if you're a sole proprietor, it's just you, you're going to put no in this box. If you did have W-2 employees, obviously you're going to put yes. And you'll see here when you choose no, it says you do not need to fill out Table A or Table C since you didn't have employees. Only fill in Table B. So we go down here, you're going to see 3 tables. All right, we got Table A, Table B, Table C. Table B are all the additional expenses that you're allowed to take. All right, so again, look at some of these descriptions. It's going to talk about this a little bit more. So if you're a sole proprietor, no employees, you're just going to fill out this table. And what's going to happen is it's going to say, all right, payroll and benefits for you. This is the automatic calculation right here based on your 2019 Schedule C. And then it's going to put in your other costs, and it's going to automatically calculate your percentages over here. These percentages are based on only what was spent of your money. So if you still have money left over to spend, okay, it's not going to necessarily give you the correct figures. You want to make sure the assumption is that you're going to spend all of your PPP money. And this is going to track and tell you, have you spent 75% on payroll and benefits, 25% on other costs, okay? Now, I want to show you what you do if you do have employees. Okay, so I'm going to change this to yes right here. And it's going to say you must fill in tables A, B, and C since you had employees. All right, so let's walk through table A. All right, the first thing is gross wages. All right. And what you want to do is you want to fill in table C. So I have done a separate calculation down on table C. So you don't enter anything here. You go down to table C and you're going to list out your employees, and you can put their names in there, whatever you want to do. And you're going to say, okay, for the pay runs, you may not have 8 pay runs over 8 weeks. You may have 4, you may have 2, I don't know, whatever the number is. But you don't have to fill in every single one of these boxes, but you're going to put in the total gross wages for that employee. All right. Now it is capped at $15,384.62 for each employee, and that is 8/52 of $100,000. So you'll see in this table down here, you just need to put in the gross. Whatever they made, gross wages, you're going to enter here. So I want you to watch this number here, $10,000. All right, so if I add in 5,000, goes to 15. If I add in another 5,000, it gets capped at $15,384.62. All right, so you don't have to worry about reducing it for any amounts over $100,000 or annualized, whatever the case may be. You just put in whatever their gross pay was, and this will automatically limit it. Okay. Now, one thing I want to point out over here, per the SBA loan forgiveness application, eligible payroll costs include payroll costs paid and incurred during the 8-week covered period. All right, so this was a big question. Is it payroll? Is it on a cash or accrual basis? Now, the example they give in the loan forgiveness application is that payroll costs are considered incurred on the day that the employee's pay is earned. And they only give an example at the end of your 8-week period. So they say that payroll costs incurred but not paid during the borrower's last pay period of their 8-week period are eligible for forgiveness if paid on or before the next regular payroll date. Okay, very, very important there that they are allowing an accrued amount of payroll, which means they have earned it, but it hasn't been paid, but only at the end of your 8-week period. All right, very important. Okay, so you're going to fill in all of this information for your W-2 employees. This total number down here is going to carry up to here. And then you're going to put in the 401k match, the health benefits, and the state unemployment taxes. All right. So again, this is if you have an employees. And then down here, you're going to put in the rent, electric, gas, just like normal. You're always going to fill this in. And then it's going to put in up here the employees amounts and sole proprietor amounts, and then the totals. And it's going to calculate your percentages. Okay. So this should help calculate. Again, you can use this if you're a sole proprietor, independent contractor, you own a single member LLC, whether it's just you or if it's you and employees. You can use this for both situations. Any questions, any comments, please feel free to leave them below. Also, the download link for this template is in the description below, and I have also pinned it to the first comment. So feel free to download it. There is no password, and I hope you enjoy, and I hope it helps you out.